Facebook page, and hopefully Sri will get that other YouTube up and running. But I want to address a couple of you talking about the energy that's going on right now, and a few of you talking about difficult keeping your balance energetically. I'm not surprised. That is the gift of, and I want you to just look at today, because there is, okay, now YouTube too. Thank you, Sri.
Well, I'll tell you what, YouTube has events and they have live, and for some reason
we need somebody who knows how to actually schedule that to show us once. If you know how to do that, would you please show us once? Because we do it every week and it seems that we're doing it wrong. We're crying out for help. We need some help. So anyway, here we are in this focal point moment where everything is saying, where do you want to pay attention, and how is that attention creating your journey in this moment? So let me decompress what I really am trying to share with you here, because it has several components. And again, tomorrow we're going to be focused exclusively on the weekly energy forecast and how this focal moment, this core choice of divine awareness, is affecting humanity. And this is why it's important today to invite ourselves to really get what that means ahead of time before we start dealing with it. Because essentially what it means is, whatever's grabbing your attention, whatever is in your range of awareness this coming week especially, and really everywhere right now, is affecting you. And whether you believe it is or not, whether you think it is or not, if you are not consciously meeting every energy that is presenting in front of you with conscious awareness, then it is laying into you, it is weaving in your energy field, and this coming week you're going to really get that in a big way. So this is why understanding what this focal energy is, and or this focal moment, it has profound consequences for the rest of the journey. It's a big moment.
Yeah, and the thing to remember is that nobody's exempt. Everyone gets the blessing.
Every being, not just humans, all right? Everything in this density experience, this illusion that we have co-created, is experiencing this.
But what if you know how to harness it?
Yeah.
What if this energy is something
Love
you go,
that.
oh boy, more fuel.
Give me fuel.
As opposed to, oh boy, I feel anxious, or I'm feeling more polarized.
Yeah.
Because what happens is every level of consciousness is receiving this little hit of divine push.
Yes.
And so we are all conscious beings. We are all respected. We are all having the ability to choose. So if my choice is to be deep in my judgments or deep in my beliefs, then I'm going to have energy for that.
And it's going to become more focused. And again, we'll talk a lot more about how that's going to affect us planetarily, globally, spiritually, emotionally, all this coming week. And I want to pick up over here in the chat, Sri. Lots of people talking about, like Benjamin sharing, feeling mentally and energetically balanced, except my stomach is a little shaky with the energy today. Okay, I want to stop right there, because Benjamin and any of you, today, and I really mean this, and no matter when you catch this show, feel into the energy that was pouring onto the planet on Saturday, May 11th, and go back and maybe even witness that within yourself, because this is a balancing moment today. This is an opportunity, if you've been feeling out of balance, to claim the balance. This is also, if you're feeling that shakiness, Benjamin, like the way you're describing it, what inside of you is afraid of claiming it. And this is what's happening for a lot of us, is that we are at a moment where this miracle manifestation energy is at a very rich experience. It's so available and it's so huge. And remember that people ask for miracles in many different ways. So why not harness a miracle in a way that is so supportive and serves and illuminates and empowers, right? So as we are here right now, and as this energy is moving forward, what would you fear if all of a sudden your dreams came true? And we talked about this in Sacred Union, The Journey Home, Shri, and I really feel this is an important thing to discuss, and if you've not read our book, Sacred Union, The Journey Home, why not?
You'll enjoy it.
It's a very powerful book. It was the basis for navigating the inner matrix, which I strongly encourage you to take this month if you're really looking to flush out and really anchor your spiritual commitment and tenacity to yourself. So, I think we should talk about that, because when Shri and I first met, one of the reasons that I believe we're still together, we were together certainly then, is that we had done enough of our own personal journey work that when we came together, we didn't blow it up. And I'm using this as an example because this is the energy we're in right now. We're in the energy of, can you recognize what's right in front of you? Can you pay attention through your focus? And are you able to look at everything from those higher multiple dimensional experiences, the witnessing the witnesser?
Well, there's a lot of possible context there, and it's important to recognize that, the first point was, have you done your work? Because where there is energy, there is the opportunity to be triggered.
Yeah.
And how many of you have been with potentially a very high partner, what we would refer to as a soulmate or a sacred mirror,
or a friendship, or a work relationship?
And in that relationship, as you're coming together, there is some form of explosion outward where we can't hold the intimacy and the honesty together. That is a result. That is really a wonderful opportunity. It doesn't mean you have to fix it with that person, though you could. What it does mean is this sacred mirror has called forward that which needs your loving attention.
Well, Shri, I have to share with you. Right, we have the perfect example right here in the chat room, and I want to jump in. Everybody else in the chat room is already jumping in. We're jumping in too. Here it is. It's from Anel. Today I was told by my daughter that I am going to be a grandmother at December 1st. Ooh. I am only 42, but I chose the higher ground and stayed calm and supportive. It's a very big change of attitude for me, so I'm proud of creating a new karmic energy in my ancestry story. And look at the day. See, this is this day of balance. So this being coming in is going to bring a greater balance to your entire family. I already see the energies at work there. And look at this day. Anel, remember this day, May 11th. Pay attention to this day, because this day is also going to turn out to be very important in that child's life for many, many years, along with your own experience. This is where you and that grandchild are going to have a oneness experience. And so thank you for sharing that with all of us.
And also, this is a wonderful example of how a surprising circumstance can call forward a deeper look at yourself.
Exactly.
Because I never considered that I was a grandparent, and all of a sudden, I'm a grandpa.
Right.
And these paradigms that are mostly unconscious until there's a reason for them to come forward.
And this is a great example of this focal energy of what has your attention, of what's coming in front of you right now, and how are we meeting it. And what I'm really enjoying about Anel's sharing, along with the beautiful sharing that it is your ability to love yourself and say, I'm really proud of me. And right on,
Congrats,
on, and this is the gift that is in front of every single being right now. Now, speaking of gifts in front of us, Shri, we have callers standing by.
All right,
and
let's
so
have a look.
I'm going to bring in a few callers right now. Now, hey guys, if you want to get into the queue, 517-208-1500. You get to listen to the show while you're waiting, 517-208-1500. So Shri, let's go right to, it looks like Patricia in Hightstown, New Jersey.
All right, Patricia, say hello.
Namaste, Patricia.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Hi, sweetheart.
I'd like a message. I'm feeling very off balance. Am I just feeling the new frequencies coming into the earth?
Well, the answer is yes, and it's funny because they're saying yes, yes, and yes. So let me tell you what all the yeses are. The first yes is that you've actually entered an expanded phase of your own ability to connect, but your mind, your density mind, not the gift of your mastery presence. Your density mind is still questioning your deservability to be as expansive as you are and to go where you're going, quite frankly. And the other thing they're saying is that as you are feeling this energy that is radiating with and through the earth, the reason you're feeling it so intensely is because it's time for you to receive it as ascended presence. They're saying, lift up to the heart, breathe in the love of the universe, expand out your life, and exhale that which no longer serves. And on the very next breath, it all begins. And so it is.
Thank you so much.
Many blessings.
Many blessings, Angel. Thank you for the gift of you. Many blessings. Namaste. Bye, honey. All right. Well, you want to take another caller, Sri?
Let's do it.
All right, let's take another caller.
We
We're going to go to
have a wireless
caller from New York.
From New York.
All
Say
right.
hello.
Welcome, New York. Namaste.
And greetings to you also.
Thank you.
Blessings.
I met you at the New Life Expo way when
Wow.
you first went there.
Wow. What an honor.
Yes. I've been with you since.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you,
you.
my angel.
I would love a mini reading.
And I would love to offer that to you, as would Shri. It's funny, as you said, I would love a mini reading. I felt this energy, almost like this portal that's with us today. I felt this energy kind of jump out of Shri and come around me. And I think it's because this morning he did his AMI2, his first AMI2 class. And
medical
intuitive training. And they were scanning. And as I'm connecting with you right now, the first thing I'm so aware of is your physical being, and your physical body. And your physical body is just, it's just sitting here holding, like in this beautiful hug. And it's just saying, do you know how much I love you? Can we talk more? There is a moment before us both, and the choice is before us. And my heart is just so big around you because this is exactly the energy of this week. So I just really love that not only did you call and get through, you got through today. And I just want to invite you right now. They're saying to take your left hand, to put it on the, right over the heart, the physical heart. Take your right hand and bring it to your third chakra.
Yep.
And to sit up as straight as you can, or if you want to lay down, you can do this too, or you could stand really straight. And they're saying, really feeling the gift of the support that is yours to claim through your feet. So start pulling energy up through your feet. I've got my feet very flat on the floor right now. My spine is very, very straight. And they're saying, pulling that energy up through the feet. Feel this pure crystalline light, these rivers of crystalline light washing. I'm feeling, it's funny, it's like they're tickling my toes. I feel them coming in through the toes, washing through the feet, coming up through the ankles, up through the legs, coming right up to the third chakra where I feel it really coming out of the hand, lifting up to the heart, and then they're saying, take in a deep breath. Relax the hands, and they're saying, remember more, because there is more here. And so it is, my love. Thank you for the blessing of this connection. I love you dearly. Namaste.
Oh, thank you very much. Namaste to you.
Namaste. Many blessings. Whew, I think all of us felt that. Did you guys feel that? Because I am really like, wow. And I'm really enjoying that our beautiful caller brought forward that energy of really allowing ourselves to ignite, right? It felt like an ignition to me.
Well, it's a reminder of a wonderful, simple practice that I want to revisit it. When you take, for example, your left hand on your heart center and you place the right hand on an area of the body that needs more loving energy, and in this case, the third chakra area, the tummy area, or if you find an area on your body right now that is calling to you, place your right hand there. And as you relax, breathing, feeling centered in your heart, you send that love in your left hand, just out the shoulder and down to the right hand. Create a circuit. It's a wonderful circuit.
Wow, you feel that? Wow.
And then say thank you.
Thank you.
The energy of thank you is the energy of I receive.
Thank you.
I receive. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank
I love you.
And you just be in that flow, allow it to nourish you. There's no time limit. There's nothing other than you and love. You and your own heart, you and your sacred union with your body.
Yeah.
Because your body is your sacred vessel. It's time to give it a little more attention.
Well, and this is part of that core choice.
Yeah.
This is part of that core choice because, the body is what invites us to believe that we are less than we are in many ways. You know, the body with its density experiences and the emotional overlays that it carries and the way that energies formulate around it. The body is an extraordinary journey. You know, it really is our journey. It's the journey of this form, of this vessel, and how this vessel moves and shifts and adapts and expands and contracts and does all the wonderful things that it does as we become co-creators with the energy that is around us. And in this moment right now, we are all, remember, every being, this entire experience in the third dimension right now, this co-creative illusion is at the core moment, the center of resurrection energy. The center of it. So that means we've made it in. And I'm just going to do this again. If you're watching us on any of the videos, you can watch that portal just kind of zoom, right? We're coming right out at the portal. And the reason we're doing that is because that's what's going on. How many of you felt the spin right then? How many of you felt the energy? How many of you are feeling that? This is your moment right now. And this is why C.O.R.E is offering you these practices and why we're sharing the way we are. This is your opportunity right now to claim balance and harmony with whatever is in front of you. It doesn't mean you have to understand it. As a matter of fact, oftentimes it's better if you let go of trying to have all the answers. Oftentimes it's the mind's search for answers that inadvertently keeps us stuck. And it will feed a spiritualized ego that will give us all the right words, but will never grow. And so what has your attention right now? Where is this focal moment taking you? What's this week been like? You know, take a moment with us right now. Just kind of sit again and go, whew, let me exhale. Let me just kind of get even more present with being here. Where has this week taken you? Where are you right now? And the first thing we want to share is if you're here with us live, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for being part of this extraordinary community that comes together every week and ignites this extraordinary moment on the planet. We bow before your mastery, and we want to make sure, please make a note to join us tomorrow where we go deep into the weekly energy. And there's a lot. This is a very, very big week. Remember, we're on at noon Pacific time tomorrow. So as we journey, as we move forward, C.O.R.E, I think it's important to go back and talk about something we started talking about before we received our callers, which is what happens when suddenly everything you've dreamed for is put in front of you.
Ooh,
what do you
do? Scary, or is
what
it
do you do?
igniting?
You know, it's both, right? And this is why we were talking about our book, Sacred Union: The Journey Home, because
that's what happened to us.
We were simultaneously terrified and ecstatic, right?
Yeah, there's a knowing behind the ego that says that if I move forward with this, there's going to be change.
Yes.
And there's going to be profound change. And the ego really doesn't like profound change. The ego likes consistency, because in the consistency, it knows its relationship. It knows what it can control and what it can't. Now, the ego is your friend. It's really a tool for navigating density. The problem is it's a lousy master.
Right.
It's a little bit like letting a 9-year-old drive the car. You know, it's the 9-year-old can be sure a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
But don't give them the keys to the car.
At least not yet. You never know. They could be an ascended 9-year-old. But yeah, no, for the most part.
And so this, when everything is in front of you, when you are standing at the precipice of the grandest gift, are you ready?
And are you able to look at your fear if you're not? You know, this is why that cycle, that repetitive cycle of, every time you get to the brink, it's something derails, or you're just there, or you're reading again. Now, I want to overlay that with this multidimensional experience that we're all living right now, because lest us not forget that we are at the moment where we have that witness witnessing the witnesser, who is the witness in this experience. So what does all that mean? Well, I want to pop up really quickly right here. If you are watching us, you'll notice we just popped up the Pyramid of Spiritual Awakening with these core awareness overlays. So what's happening right now is, and I don't know if you can see my mouse, but if you can, what I'm doing is I'm actually referring to the area down there where it says density consciousness, and you see there's these overlays. There's like a big flare of energy. Well, that big flare of energy is that moment of awakening that's
that
offered
moment
to
that
anyone.
lifts you out of the old paradigm.
Exactly, because remember, you cannot play your way up the game board, as my beloved always says.
Yeah, and each of these golden spirals or circles is a pathway. And this is what we're going to be discussing in the training coming up in June.
The core.
Journey to the core.
Get in the journey to the core, June 4th.
It's a very inexpensive opportunity to get a better handle on what is the ascension opportunity before us right now. And why is it I cycle sometimes? You know, the repetition and how to stay in your ascended presence always. And the reason I put this up right now is because we are in a moment whereby the cycles are getting stronger and they're getting wider. And so if you are a witness to yourself, then what you are at is that moment of lift from density consciousness. I'll tell you what, we're about to go into a station break over at the audio radio stations, and that means for the next 3 minutes you get to relax a little bit. We're going to show you some slides over at YouTube, and stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. We're delighted to be with you live and alive here on Truth Frequency Radio, Oneness Talk Radio, and YouTube live now.
Yeah, we are so excited to be with you, and we just want to say hello to everyone who is with us today. Hi to all of you in the chat room at onenesstalkradio.com. Welcome, new people jumping in. And
hey, give us a call. Yeah, you can join the conversation.
Why not? 517. Oh, go ahead, Sri.
No, 517.
Okay, tell them again.
Give a ring, 517-208-1500. That's 517-208-1500. Yeah. And we'll be delighted to bring you in live for a question, a comment, a mini soul reading, whatever seems right.
Whatever you would enjoy. And, you know, I do want to say thank you to those of you over in the chat room commenting on how beautiful my beloved Miracle Man looks. This is the face of miracles. This is the energy.
Little did you know.
Little did we know. All right. But yeah, Sri is, I think, in the 17 years that we've been married, I think you're getting close to being the healthiest you've ever been in some respects. Well, he's not there yet. He has a lot of rebuilding to do, but even so.
I think that every emergency brings an opportunity.
Of course.
And the opportunity for me was one of, okay, you want to be alive, then live your life. Because it was like, no more nonsense. Yeah. Get on the path ever more fully. And it's not to say I wasn't on my path.
No, that's true.
However, you know, it's one of those things is, are you giving 100% of your energy and commitment to that which you took birth to do? Or are you kind of dabbling a little bit, non-committal? I've got 5 different interests and I'm dabbling versus focus around the core. And I tell you, the experience I went through has brought me and us to our core and to the recognition that we really need to organize our lives around the essential and that the rest of the stuff will fill in. But when we know what's essential for us, then we can line up with our authenticity, which is that which is true.
Whew, and that takes us back to where we were in the first part of the show before we went into break, which is, if your dreams are coming true, what are you feeling about that?
Yeah.
You know, because oftentimes what you feel when everything's put in front of you to make your dreams come true is not unsimilar to what it felt like when you thought they weren't. It's just a reflection of the same energy with the same fears, just presenting in different ways. And so this is why you are in this miracle creative moment right now. That's why everything that is in your radar, everything that is in your attention field is adding to your experience. And so are you consciously aware? Now, right before the break, I had put up the Pyramid of Spiritual Awakening with the core overlay. I'm going to put that back up there again because what's important to recognize, my loves, is that all of density consciousness right now has expanded outward in its own experience of creation. And within that, you can witness yourself. So the very fact that you're witnessing yourself is not necessarily a sign of expanded multidimensional consciousness. However, it is a sign that you have lifted up to and let's just use the ascended experience of density consciousness and are at a moment where you can really anchor that and be that. And that's cool. You can anchor whatever you want, or you're opening up into this larger core energy that will expand that spiritual activism. These two massive expansions, and if you look at this right here, you'll notice that when we go from what looks kind of like the base of a flower, kind of like open wings there, the density consciousness, but you see that next portal is much larger and much more general to navigate. That's the energy that is very let's just use the word persuasive to keep you outside of ascension awareness. And you notice it's an all-encompassing energy. It lets you kind of see from the outside in, but it's egocentric. And so this is an important thing to understand, especially as we're getting ready to come into the June Ascension Frequency Attunement. Now remember, we don't have that slide ready to show today. We're going to show it again tomorrow. So you want to make sure you're at tomorrow's show when we talk more about the energy, because the Ascension Frequency Energy Attunement that's going to be hitting this entire strata of experience next month will be 100% dependent upon this coming week in May. And that's why we're talking about this energy. That's why we're inviting you to pay attention. That's why it's so important to gaze at what has been revealing before you, because we are all at that center of resurrection energy right now.
You know, one of the things that I find very interesting, one of the teachers that I studied with years ago was David Hawkins, who came up with an amazing scale, levels of consciousness scale, and it was a brilliant work. And what was interesting that seems appropriate at this moment is the scale is 0 to 1,000, with 500 being the pivotal point. 500 is where we move into love. And you know how many people say, you can choose love or fear?
Right.
Well, 90% of humanity is in the bottom third of the scale of consciousness. That bottom third.
Take that in, guys. I mean, really take that in. I think that is just wild.
They're in the 200s and 300s on Hawkins' scale. Ascension awareness comes in when we start to touch that love zone, because when we are in the energy of, we're just going to call it love right now, where there is an absence of fear and an absence of personal agenda.
Yeah. Because
agenda is rooted in fear. Agenda is rooted in the belief of, I've got to get mine, or I'm not safe if I don't have tucked away, So the egoic agenda always keeps you in the lower frequencies until you're done with it. It doesn't mean this is bad. It means you haven't mastered them yet. Yeah. And as we master those frequencies, we have more and more availability for the love frequencies and the joy frequencies and the bliss and the sublime. And so this is what happens as we resolve those triggers, as we resolve the emotional Velcro. Our heart will naturally bring us more love-based interactions and a contextual. The whole world shifts.
Yes.
And so this is why it's so important to both study and have a context, learn a little bit about these greater paradigms, but also do your work. And doing your work doesn't have to be hard. It just means bring the energy of love to yourself.
Yeah.
Have a look at what's going on and make a choice.
And we are at that moment of choices. And the choices that are before us right now affect everything, guys. This is, there's this whole section about what is free will or not. What are we creating or not? All of this we're going to be going through tomorrow as well. And right now, our phone lines are slammed. So let's start saying hi to some people. Shri, let's go right up here to Concord, California, and welcome a wireless caller from Concord, California. Namaste, beloved one.
Hi, Shri. Hi, Kira. It's so good to see you both.
Thank you.
Lovely as always.
Thank you.
I almost hung up because I'm like, is my ego making me call in?
Oh, honey.
But it's okay, because I just laugh at myself all the time. But I did want to say a very interesting thing in regard to your show today.
Yes.
And that is that what's happening with me is that I have been invited into circles that in my wildest dreams I would have never imagined to go. I'm talking about people so wealthy, people that have connections, people that are in the know, and it goes on. And I'm really reveling in, and wow, look at that. Being invited to things that I never imagined. I've never even been to. But I'm thinking, is all of this part of my design to keep myself in that place of, the lower areas? So that is kind of my question to you.
It's a great question.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a great question, and I'm immediately thinking of the Bhagavad Gita, actually. In the Bhagavad Gita, there's just a wonderful, wonderful passage where Krishna is sharing that you become the master or the wise one when you have equal experience in both that which you consider to be wonderful and that which you consider to be not as wonderful. And the reason I'm reminded of that as I'm listening to you is if you bring a hand to your heart, accept this normal. This is not ego. This is a mastery moment of if I can relax and just accept this flow, which is seemingly what's in front of you right now, can I relax into this flow, still enjoying it? I mean, still having a blast and whatever else. But when you relax into the flow, then the issues of whether or not you deserve the flow go away, and the flow supports, sustains, and continues. So what I'm hearing is that you're at a core life script issue. Life scripts are something we teach in Navigating the Inner Matrix, which is why this month we've encouraged people, if you're going to take a home study course, take that one this month. But next month, take CORE. Make sure you sign up for the CORE program. And it's important to say yes to that which is in front of you, inviting you to break through right now. And what I see, my angel, is a life script that says, hey, you know what? I am a master. I am here. I am ready. I am open. I am guided as I am guiding. And so it is.
Thank you so much. That's the wonderful news, because it is all very exciting. And love you guys.
Yeah.
We love you, honey.
Enjoy it.
Have fun. Woohoo! I love it.
Many
All right.
blessings.
Namaste. Well, Sri, let's go now. We've got Jean McAuliffe from Honolulu. Hey, Jean. Namaste.
Hello, dear.
Angel. Welcome.
Aloha, aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you so much for everything you guys do. Everything you say, it always just really resonates with me.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Just so appreciate all the many, many years of support that you've given all of us. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So I just thought, I don't know, just something told me to call you today for a mini soul reading. So that's why I'm here.
Well, I'm really glad you are. I will share with you that as you were speaking, I saw this beautiful, like violet spiral, but it looked like a shell. Yet I was very clear it was a spiral, but it was like a shell-like substance. And it was very, very illuminated and very, very brilliant. And I'm seeing it right here in your throat chakra, and it's turning. But I'm noticing that sometimes it feels stuck. And so as we're together right now, I'm actually finding myself, I have my head, imagine if you lift your head like your eyes are looking up, and I'm hearing any of you that are feeling like maybe you need to be looking at your throat chakra or even your heart or sixth, because this is kind of affecting all of it. And this beautiful, it's like this beautiful violet amethyst spiral, but it's like a shell, it looks like to me, but many, spirals is turning in the throat chakra. And I'm feeling this very huge presence of Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel, and violet flame feels like it's radiating out of my fingers. And all I keep hearing is, speak that which you know is true, and everything will follow. And that's what they want you to hear today, my angels. So thank you for bringing that to all of us. I feel that you are the kahuna who brought this beautiful spiral to all of us today. So thank you for bringing that gift.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Yes,
it really resonated.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you,
Mahalo.
Angel. Mahalo. We love
Many
you
blessings.
too. Wow, Sri, I look at the time, I look at all the callers, and it's like, let's just get it all in. Let's make sure that we can do as much as we can in one moment
all right.
together.
Well, I tell you what, it looks like we have a caller from Chicago.
Chicago,
Looks
yeah.
like- let's
All
say hi,
right.
Kim, is it?
Namaste. Kim, I believe, maybe.
Oh, this is Glory. Hey, guys.
Hey, Glory.
Glory. Namaste, Angel.
Namaste. I just wanted to share I don't know how, April for me was easy, but with May, it's where all the kind of, it's a review for me, and, have you learned this? And, well, it's been difficult in terms of, energetically, and all these kind of, intensities in the centers, but even as I'm going through that experience, I've been, more or less kind of observing, even though it's painful, and, it's like, oh, here's my ego, I'm going to go into this energy, but I'm going to get out, just as quickly and be my mastery. I just wanted to appreciate you guys for, helping me be in this state.
Well, thank you, my love. As I'm connecting with you, I'm also hearing breath, breath, breath. You know, as I'm connecting with you, I find myself wanting to go even deeper. And I'm finding myself wanting to go even more into that deep space of reflection, yet with an arising awareness that has incredible crystalline clarity. And so thank you for calling that into yourself and for sharing that out as a radiant beam of light to everyone who's with us here today. And I also just want to say that I am so excited we get to see you next month here at Tosa Blue Mountain. So I'm glad you're going to be making the journey to Ecuador.
I'm excited too. I just wanted to ask one short thing.
Sure.
Like with all the achievements, I've been sometimes, I'm in class and I'm just hit with this blast of energy to my third eye, for example, and I just get really fatigued, and this happens randomly. I just wanted, how could I navigate this while navigating my own, personal life, I guess, with my duties intellectually and whatnot.
Well, in your case, they're giving me an oil combination. You need patchouli, rose, sandalwood, and frankincense. Get a little bowl, a little jar, put a couple drops of each one with whatever your favorite carrier oil is, and they're saying keep that with you. And they're saying put it on your third eye throughout the day. Also put it right behind the earlobes in that little kind of hollow when you put your fingers there. The kind of the U, the hollow in the neck, put it there. And they're saying keep it on your person. And it's like it forms a barrier around you that resonates with the soul frequency you're carrying right now. And they're saying that will lift all the spaces you're in, and I think you're going to be pretty pleased with the results. So I'm glad you asked. I think there's a lot of us that might go run and make that combination. So thanks for bringing your alchemy to us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Many
Angel.
blessings.
Namaste. Wow.
I love that. I'm already smelling it.
Me too. I was like, gosh, that smells and feels so good.
Let's pick the favoritist fragrances.
The favoritist. I love that. I love it. Well, speaking of favoritist, we have so many callers, Sri. What should we do?
Well, I tell you what, we're going to pick another caller here in a second.
Let's do that.
But I want to stay with the favoritist. Just for one moment.
Please do.
It's important to remember that as we are moving into ever refining levels of consciousness and energy, that the things that were subtle before become essential.
Yeah.
And so the energies like rose and frankincense, they carry this filter. So the coarser frequencies of the outer world, they come to the filter of the aroma of these essential oils, and they begin to break apart. They don't penetrate. And this is the beauty of these things. The flower essences and the essential oils, they become more efficacious as our vibration lifts.
Don't we love that? Well, Sri, let's go to, where are we going here? We're going to California.
Looks like San Diego.
Maybe San Diego. Evans, maybe? Hi. Namaste. Welcome. Hi.
Oh, my gosh. Hi, guys. Oh, my gosh. I haven't gotten to speak to you guys since Sri's massive quantum leap back and forth. Thanks for joining us back on this side of the veil. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
And Kira, my heart really went out to you, woman to woman, how beautifully you went through that experience. I really prayed on it a lot, and so there's that. And I know there's so many other people waiting, so I'll jump right in. May I please have a mini soul reading, because as I'm sure you can feel, there have been so many intense experiences that have happened within the past week, and I just want to make sure I'm downloading on track.
Well, I thank you for asking, my angel, and thank you for being. I will share that as you were speaking, the vision they were showing me was all of these pebbles on a road. And for the most part, they were rounded and smooth, but there were a few that weren't quite as round, or they weren't set as nicely on the road. And you were walking barefoot as you were talking to me, aware that for the most part, you're walking on pebbles, but they're comfortable. but there were a couple that hit you in a few places. And what's interesting is that the way you were navigating them was to be aware of them, but it did not stop you from walking, but it did slow you down. And it's so cute because there are all these beautiful beings around you, and they're all holding the same thing. They're all holding golden slippers, these beautiful golden slippers, and they're all saying, look, all you have to do is put these on and you won't feel any of them anyway. And what they're meaning by that is that your depth of surrender into what you absolutely know is the right thing to do is almost complete, but it's not all the way there. And this isn't about a leap of faith. This is about claiming what you know you need to do, what you see that's right in front of you, and doing it without hesitation. That's what these golden slippers are for. And they're saying, make the decision, stay fast in that which you know you need to do, and the other side is already unwinding. And so that's how they want me to share it to you today. So I'm going to feel your golden slippers on my feet today, and I thank you for that support.
Oh, wow. And thank you so much. May I ask, are they including the man that's in my life romantically under this umbrella?
It's everything. They're saying that this is the mastery. They're saying this is the mastery moment in front of you. This is your focal moment, and that as you embrace it at that level, it's like it becomes a light that illuminates everything. And so I'm glad you asked. Thank you.
All right. I cannot thank you enough, and I'm sending you guys all my love. Namaste.
Oh, received, and may it return 1,000-fold. Thank you, my love. Namaste. Whoo, wow, Shri, just incredible. And let's go to Boise, Idaho, right there. Hey, Boise, Idaho, namaste.
Hello, namaste.
Hi.
This is Jerry.
This is Jerry. Hey, this is Jerry from Light, Laughter, and Lattes, guys. You got to check out her show right here at OneNessTalkRadio.com. Hey, Jerry.
Well, I'm having fun listening to your show and watching your show today.
Thank you.
And just calling in because I would love a mini soul reading, I think just for fun.
I love that request. I love that. Well, you know what's so cute is literally, just as you said, just for fun, I was watching coming out of your heart center, kind of like right where my Avesa, my four-pointed Avesa is on my chest here. It looked like butterflies coming out. And they were like butterflies, 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 and they were soft blue and crystalline and pinks and greens and all these beautiful colors. And they're all around you. And it's funny, it's like there's so many that all you're seeing are the butterflies, and this beautiful being, this beautiful, gorgeous being is standing on the other side of what looks to me to be a cloud of these beautiful butterflies, and is standing there with her arms wide open and saying, just blow. She's saying it's like command. Just command the butterflies to offer you the window, and you will see me again with great clarity, and we will be one once more. And I believe this is you speaking to you, my angel. So thank you for that gift. Namaste.
Oh, namaste. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you for bringing that to all of us, my angel. I am honored. Namaste. Whoo, Shri, wow. I'm out of breath.
Let's all breathe.
All right, we're all breathing. I think we can squeeze another caller or two in, don't you?
We have time.
All right.
Before we do, let's breathe consciously.
Yeah, no, really.
It takes all of 20 seconds. Big breath in.
Oh, much better.
I am here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, it looks like we have Barbara from
Santa Cruz. Hey, Barbara. Namaste, angel. Welcome.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Turn off your...
Is
we hear you, but turn off your speaker, honey, because it's a little interference noise.
Yeah, okay, we will. Thank you. Nice to talk to you. You really inspired me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah,
we hear you, honey.
Is it? Hello? Hi.
Okay,
I guess we did lose you. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. We're going to go to, is this Michigan or, I think Mount Clemens, Michigan. Namaste.
Hi, this is Cassandra. How are you guys
Hi,
today?
dear.
Hey, Cassandra, we are well. How are you, Angel? I'm glad we could sneak you in.
I am so glad too. I am just absolutely in love with your guys' show. It is
you.
so
Thank you.
amazing. So insightful. And I just wanted to ask for a mini soul reading because there's a lot of things going on monetarily with me.
Boy, I see it, babe.
And-
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay,
what I'm supposed to do about this or what's going on.
I'm gonna give you what they want me to give you right now, and it's gonna be quicker than I'd like because of the time we have left. But here's the deal. When you started talking, honest to God, you looked like you had on one of those big, huge neck braces, like somebody that had been in an accident and hurt their vertebrae. And it's creating a lot of tension in your upper body. It's creating almost like a panic in your heart, and it's stopping your truth from rising up into your intuitive solution center. And so I am taking my hands, if you're watching me on YouTube, thumbs in the front of your throat, clasp your hands around the back. And so that the back of your hand is like holding the medulla. Push your elbows out so that you're straight. Keep your spine as straight as you can. Take in a deep breath, close your eyes, blow it out. When we are done, I want you to do that 5 more times, only you're screaming instead of blowing out. When you blow out that energy through the scream, what needs to be revealed is right behind it. You're going to feel like a cork come out of your third eye. You're going to feel wind rush up through your chakras, and you're ready. And I love you, and thank you for bringing that to all of us as we close the show today. Namaste, Cassandra.
Thank you so much.
Namaste. Thank you, honey. Wow.
Wow, and to all of our listeners, I hope you got that because that was powerful. And
Yes, oh my
As
God.
we come to a close, I want to just say thank you for being part of this family. We love you.
Be with us tomorrow, noon Pacific time. If we didn't get you on the call board, call in early tomorrow. May Energy Weekly Forecast tomorrow. It's big. It's important. Be there.
Namaste.